Alright, this is our next notes in Chapter 2 for Algebra 1. And this is going to be solving equations with variables on both sides. Some of this might be review a little bit. We just, last lesson we did just equations. The variables were on the same side and so on. And we were just solving for something. This one's going to be a little bit more complex. And this will kind of take you to everything you need to know about solving equations. Here we see a algebraic expression. This is 2 plus 5k equals 3k minus 6. So here you see we have a variable on this side and on this side right here, 5k and 3k. So somehow we have to find a way to get these combined, right? Let me put this back. These combined, and also we have these constant. We have a 2 and we have a negative 6. So our goal here in this lesson today is, well, how do we figure out how do we get k on one side and then solve for k, and how do we get these constants on this other side? And these are really just using these properties of equality, the division property, the multiplication property, the addition and subtraction property, and really we're just going to review that. So to solve here are the steps really that you need, and then we'll solve this equation. So first you simplify the expression. Simplify the expression and use things such as the distributive property and collecting like terms if they're on the same side already. Okay, here this one we're not going to need to do anything with the distributive property, but I'm going to show you some examples in a bit. Okay, the next one is get variables and constants on opposite sides. That's the first step we're going to do with this one. And then undo the arithmetic, multiply and divide, and to solve for k, or to solve for the variable. And then finally you should check your solution and make sure you have the right answer. So let's kind of look at this one. So here we have 2 plus 5k equals 3k minus 6. So we want to get k on one side, so we're either going to have to bring the 3k over here or the 5k over there. And for me it's an easy decision because I don't want to have to deal with negatives. So here, if I want to get 5k over to here, I'm just going to use that addition property of equality, and I would just minus 5k, right? But when I do that, I'm going to have 3 minus 5k. It's going to be a negative 2k. I don't like that. So I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going to minus 3k to both sides. At the same time, since I know I'm bringing k over here, I'm going to want to bring the 2, since I'm bringing k over to this side, I'm going to want to take the 2 to that side over there. And to do that, I have a positive, so I'm going to minus 2k from both sides. And then I'm just going to do the math. So 2 minus 2 is 0, they cancel. 5 minus 3, that's going to give me 2k. And then over here, I'm going to have negative 6 minus 2, or negative 6 plus a negative 2. So negative 6 plus a negative 2, that gives me negative 8. And then I just use my next property to solve for the k. I'm going to divide by 2. The reason I'm dividing by 2 is because 2 is multiplied by k. Here, I want to undo that the arithmetic. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to divide. I do it to both sides, making it a division equality. And then 2k divided by 2 is a k. And then negative 8 divided by 2 is a negative 4. Then if I just want to check my answer, I will just take 2 plus 5 times negative 4 equals 3 times negative 4 minus 6. So then I would just plug this in. This is going to be 2 plus 20, negative 20 equals 12. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 minus 6. This is going to be 2 plus a negative 20 is negative 18. And then here it's going to be negative 12. And change the sign and add negative 18. It's a correct answer. So it's kind of cool about algebra. So let's look at a couple problems and you'll be ready to do your homework. So here we have this 6 times n plus 4 equals negative 18. Here we don't have the variables on opposite sides, but we do have this distributive property. And so the first thing we're going to do is that. We're going to want to do the parentheses or distributive property, but here we have 6 times n. 6n plus 6 times 4, 24 equals negative 18, right? And then we're going to want to get n by itself, so we're going to minus 24. Right? And then we get 6n, and then that's going to be negative 18 minus 24, negative 18 plus a negative 24. Right? So we're going to change the sign and add it. That's going to give us negative 42. We're going to divide by 6. That's going to cancel this, give us n, and that's going to give us negative 7. Okay. Then we want to check our answer. 6 times negative 7 plus 4 equals 18, right? And then it's negative due inside the parentheses. This is going to give us negative 3. 6 times negative 3 equals negative 18. Right? I'm going to put that in there. And then this will be negative 18 equals negative 18. That's right. Okay, so here's a little bit more complex one. The fraction, I wanted to show you this one as well. And so here, again, we have q on opposite sides. So we want to either bring this q over here or this q over here. Again, I always look at positive and negatives. So to move this q to positive, I'm going to have to subtract 1/6 from both sides. If I do this negative 5 minus 5/6 from this side, it's going to give me a negative. So I'm just going to minus 1/6 q from both sides. And then if I'm moving this 1/6, I'm going to want to do the 1/3 over here. I'm going to want to minus 1/3. Okay. Yep. Okay. So then 2/3 minus 1/3, that's going to give me 1/3. This is going to cancel. And then we're going to have 5/6 minus 1/6. That's going to be 4/6. And then this cancels. But that's q. Right? And this cancels. Okay. And then we're left with this. So now we want to get this. We want to get q by itself. So we're just going to multiply both sides by 6 over 4. That way this will cancel. This will cancel. That gives me q. Just doing the inverse of this one. That way it cancels it all out. Then here, I'm going to do this right here. So I'm going to cancel the 3 once. I'm going to go into that twice. So that's going to be 2 over 4, or 1/2, equals q. Move that over a little bit. So 1/2 equals q. And then I can just do the math. This is going to be a little bit harder, but I think it'll be fine. Plus 1/6, I'm going to put in 1/2, multiply wherever q is, 1/2 equals 5/6 times 1/2, a little different on that side, plus 1/3. So again, 2/3 plus, this is going to be 1/12 equals, this is going to be 5/12 plus 1/3. So then I have to get these to be the same. So to get these denominators on the bottom to be the same, I'm going to multiply both of these by 4. I'm going to put the answer over here. 8/12. That gives me 9/12. Right, 8/12 plus 1/12 give me 9/12. Then over here I'm going to multiply this by 4 to give me 12. Same denominator. This is going to give me 4/12. 5/12 plus 4/12 is 9/12. That's the right answer. Okay, last one. So here, go back. So here, this one, I'm going to, I have a lot to do here. I have some distributive property. I have variables on their opposite sides. So hopefully I'll have enough room here to do this. So here we got 14v plus 6 equals 2 times 5 plus 7v in parentheses minus 4. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the parentheses. Do the distributive. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 2 is 14v minus 4. I don't have to do them all. The distributive property with that is just inside the parentheses. And then I'm going to collect like terms if I can do that. And I see I can here. The ones I have is 10 and minus 4. That's going to give me 6 plus 14v. And then I'm going to collect like terms. And I'm going to see something weird's going to happen here. I'm going to minus 14, right? And same thing, I had minus 14, so it doesn't really matter. Minus 14, right? And then I'm going to, this is going to cancel and cancel. And you're going to see 6 equals 6. And what that tells us is whatever number we put in here, it doesn't matter. So any answer would be right. And we could, you see the variable go away. That means any answer. So if we put 2 in here, let's just rewrite this over here. 14v plus 6 equals 2 times 5 plus 7v minus 4. So if I just put in 2 for this, so 14 times 2 is 28, plus 6 equals 2 times 5 plus 7 times 2 is 14 minus 4. So this would be 34, and then this would be 2 times 19 minus 4. It'd be 2 times 19, 38 minus 4. 34 equals 34. Let me just show you I can do it one more time with any other number. We'll just do 3 then. When we see the answer comes equal to itself, we'll see that you can put anything in there. Okay. Rewrite it. Let's put 3 in. So 14 times 3 gives us 42 minus 6 equals 2 times 5 plus 7 times 3 is 21 minus 4. So this is 48. And this becomes, oh, sorry, it's tilted. But then we do 5 plus 21 is 26, right? 2 times 26 minus 4. That's going to give me 52 minus 4, 48 equals 48. Okay? So that's what you see. And sometimes you're also seeing a problem where the variable cancels out, and it might say something like 12 equals 20 for another answer. Say we did another algebraic expression, and we get an answer 12 equals 20. Okay? Well, that tells you there is no answer. It can never be true. So if you come across one of your algebra problems in your homework, and the variable cancels out, but the two constants are not equal to each other, that means there's no value you can put into that equation or that expression that makes it true. So there's no answer. If you see this happen, it means there's no answer. Now here's your homework. Make sure you put this, write this down somewhere. This is what you're supposed to do. Page 104, 10 through 21, do them all. And then 23 through 35, do the odds. And let me know if you have any questions in class. Add these to your notebook, and I can help you with any of your homework as you're doing it.